Adam and Eve in the garden, the danger of disobedience in the beginning. Everything was perfect. The sun rose gently, the rivers sang softly, and the air was filled with peace. In the middle of this beautiful world stood a garden so wonderful that even the angels looked at it with awe. It was called the Garden of Eden. In that garden lived the first man and woman, Adam and Eve. God himself placed them there. He walked with them in the cool of the evening, spoke with them like a father, and gave them everything they could ever need. No hunger, no pain, no fear, only joy, love, and peace. Every fruit in the garden was theirs to enjoy: sweet mangoes, golden bananas, ripe grapes, juicy pomegranates. The trees danced with color and life. But in the middle of the garden stood one special tree, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God said to them, "You may eat from every tree, except this one. The day you eat from it, you will surely die." They understood. They nodded, and for a while, everything was peaceful. But somewhere in the shadows, a voice began to whisper. It was the serpent, cunning, smooth, patient. He watched them every day. He saw their joy. But envy burned inside him. He wanted them to fall just as he once had. One afternoon, while Eve walked through the garden alone, the serpent slid out from behind a tree. His voice was soft and curious. Did God really say, "You must not eat from any tree"? Eve looked surprised, but answered, "We can eat from all trees, except this one. If we touch it or eat from it, we will die." The serpent smiled, his eyes sharp as fire. "You will not die," he whispered. "If you eat from it, your eyes will open. You will be like God, knowing good and evil." Eve looked at the fruit. It was beautiful, bright, tempting. Her heart began to race. She could almost hear two voices inside her, one saying, "Don't do it," and the other saying, "Just one bite. What harm could it do?" Then, slowly, she reached out her hand. The world seemed to stop. Even the wind grew still. She plucked the fruit and took a bite. The taste was sweet, but something deep inside her shifted. She turned and gave some to Adam, and he ate it too. The moment they swallowed, everything changed. Their hearts filled with fear. They looked at each other and felt something they had never felt before: shame. They saw they were naked, and they hid among the trees, trembling. Then, as the sun began to set, they heard the voice of God walking in the garden. "Adam, where are you?" His voice was gentle, yet filled with sorrow. Adam tried to speak, but his voice shook. "We heard you coming, and we hid, because we were afraid." God's heart broke. "Who told you that you were naked? Did you eat from the tree I commanded you not to?" Adam blamed Eve. Eve blamed the serpent, but the truth stood there, heavy and cold. God looked at them with tears of love and pain. "You have disobeyed me," he said softly. "Now, sorrow will fill the earth. You will work hard for food, and pain will touch your lives. You cannot stay in the garden anymore." The gate of Eden closed behind them. The flowers wilted as they walked away. The wind cried through the trees. And for the first time, the world knew what it meant to be far from God. Yet even in his sadness, God did not stop loving them. He covered them with clothes made from soft animal skins, showing mercy, even in their mistake. And though they left the garden, his promise followed them. One day, through their children, a Savior would come to bring mankind back to him again. Moral lesson: disobedience may look small, but it opens the door to great sorrow. Temptation always whispers softly, but its cost is heavy. Still, even when we fail, God's love never ends. He disciplines us, but he also prepares a way for our redemption.